Today, we step into our future. A future where every move, every purchase, every embarrassing typo on the internet is neatly cataloged under one convenient digital ID. Yes, the UK government, under Prime Minister Keir Starmer, has announced plans for a mandatory digital ID system, the Brit Card, rolling out nationwide by 2029. On paper, it's modern, streamlined, polite. But look closer, my friends. Beneath the slick interface lurks something subtler and darker. A drill sergeant in a bowler hat. Convenience? Often it's just exploitation with a polite smile. And I have to ask, do you really think you'll be in control? Or is the control, as always, already slipping away, politely and visibly in plain sight? The government tells us one ID for everything: healthcare, employment, benefits, a digital utopia, a futuristic playground where bureaucracy folds neatly like origami. Sounds appealing, doesn't it? Who wouldn't want a single card for all of life's transactions? But pause for a moment. Centralized digital IDs are centralized targets. Hackers don't knock politely, they hunt. And a single shining database of everyone's identity? That's not convenience. That's vulnerability on display. And access? Officials, employers, data brokers, private companies, anyone with a vested knowledge and knowing exactly where you go, what you do, and how much you'll pay for the privilege of ease? Convenient? Yes. Safe? Not even close. And notice this. Do the rules apply to those who run the system or just to us? The brilliance of this pitch is undeniable. Convenience sells. One card, one swipe, until the strings start tugging. Tiny, invisible strings like spider silk, weaving through every corner of your life. Can you feel them? Can you see them? Now, consider who suffers. Not the policymakers, not the bureaucrats, not the think tank strategists drafting memos. The vulnerable, elderly citizens, digital novices, marginalized communities, those without smartphones, without laptops, without confidence navigating apps. The Brit Card, sold as a pathway to inclusion, may very well become a tool of exclusion. Do you want healthcare? Show your ID. Want to vote? Show your ID. Want to work? Show your ID. Miss one step and suddenly you're invisible. Invisible. And invisible is the first step towards exploitation. Picture this: a man working temp jobs in construction or delivery, never breaking the law, never missing a payment, suddenly trapped in a system that dictates his eligibility and autonomy. The government sells safety. What he gets is control. Someone else's control over his work, his identity, his life. Who benefits from this design, and who pays the subtle price? Here's the delicious irony. While the system is pitched as protecting citizens, the men, especially those in precarious employment, are the most vulnerable. Construction workers, gig economy drivers, temporary staff, their livelihoods hinge on a perfectly functioning digital ID. Miss a deadline? You lose access. Fail to update your profile. The consequences? Subtle, bureaucratic, insidious. You don't need a villain. You need a system. The Brit Card does the rest, elegantly, invisibly, every single day. And privacy? Every swipe, every application, every transaction logged. Big Brother? No. Bigger, smarter, bureaucratic, brother. Men think it's voluntary. They participate willingly. They pay, comply, and congratulate themselves for being good citizens. And yet, it's still control. Polite, invisible, effective. Picture it. It's 2030. Every adult has a Brit card. Every medical visit, every vote, every purchase is tracked. Apply for a job, and the employer sees your digital history. Missed a voluntary online course last year? Your Brit card will flag you. Late updating your address? Can't rent an apartment? Missed a tax payment? Your access is restricted. The system is polite, efficient even, and coercive. Men are trained to comply, shaped, rewarded for obedience, penalized for non-compliance, and all the while the government markets safety, security, convenience. Ask yourself, autonomy? Diminished. Freedom? Restricted. Convenience? Paid for with subtle submission. And do you even notice the shift? The theater is flawless, and we, the audience, marvel while participation is sold as progress. You're probably asking yourself, what has been the public reaction? Most of it's been polite. Some applaud, some worry about identity theft, but the underlying truth is ignored. This is a machine for shaping compliance. Men, especially those with limited digital literacy, will be nudged, guided, and coerced, all under the guise of modernization. The Brit card promises inclusion. The reality? Subtle exclusion. Men historically occupying positions of agency, reduced to digitally verifiable actions, tracked, recorded, monetized. And we smile politely, applauding our own sophistication. And I ask, are we citizens or participants in a theater of digital obedience? Are we empowered, or are we quietly surrendering power in exchange for convenience? So, what have we learned, friends? Convenience often masks control. Innovation without scrutiny can become exploitation. The Brit card, elegant, polite, marketed as progress, may extract autonomy, dignity, and privacy as efficiently as it extracts data. Men will comply voluntarily. They will pay. They will participate. And in doing so, they will surrender power, all the while congratulating themselves for being modern, efficient citizens. Remember this. Polite is still power. Convenience is still coercion. The Brit card is coming, and when it arrives, we must ask ourselves, are we citizens or are we subjects in a digital theater applauding our own orchestration? Drop your thoughts below. I read as many as I can. Like, share, subscribe. Together we rise, forever we endure.